This is great. I'm happy to be the one starting this off this week. Hi everybody. I'm Allegra Cram. I'm certified sex coach, and I help people gain confidence and find their own unique flavor so that they can create or recreate fun and fulfilling intimate connections and relationships. And there's so much talk about, when people talk about sexuality, their own sexuality, they often talk about what is not right, what's going wrong, about dysfunction. And I wanted to put another spin on this and get us going off on a positive note for this week. And I wanted to give you a chance to go over your strengths to see where you feel like you might have stuff going on for you, even if you don't you don't know if your mojo is like so great right now, but you even if you're not sure, there are things that you can do to pinpoint your strengths that can help you in the intimate domain. Now, I want to give attribution for this. My inspiration here was the MEBS model by Dr. Patty Britton, who I studied with at Sex Coach U. So I just want to give attribution to that. And hopefully after this you'll come out with a little list, food for thought. So when you feel a little down, when you feel like you're a little bit, you know, static in the bedroom, so to speak, this will give you a little boost. And also this is a little flavor of what I do with my clients. So I have a little presentation here. Let's share the screen. All right, here we go. Well, hi, everybody. Now we're going to start today with a big domain, your mind and personality. Now, this may seem like a huge area to put into one slide, but what I'm talking about here is not just the way you think, although everyone has their own unique way of seeing the world and thinking about the world, but also your parts of your personality that you think are truly unique to you. So what I want you to think about is how your mind works in addition to aspects of your personality that you really like. So instead of maybe just one thing here, why don't we go for two since we have mind and personality? Let's start with personality. Um, Name or list, and you might want to write these down. I forgot to mention that just at the beginning, or note it down so you can refer to your little list at the end and keep that somewhere close to you. Um, what 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 is one aspect of your personality that you think is really unique that maybe you could bring into your sex life or into the bedroom that, let's think a little differently, uniquely. Think about what people have said to you before that you think is really what's special about you and what stands out. Also, what about one thing that you like about how your mind works that's especially unique about you? For example, like I have a really quick mind, even though I speak more slowly. I have a really quick mind when I'm really interested in something and I make really quick connections. So much so that sometimes like I need a little time to get that out and communicate it. But that let's say in the sexuality domain, I can make really quick connections between what might feel good here and what might feel good there. Try to think of how your mind works and use that to your advantage for those situations. Next, we're going to come to your body or your physical presence. When we talk about your body, of course, we all have parts of our body that, that we may not be totally in love with all the time. And then we have parts of our bodies that, people have complimented us on or that we feel pretty good about. So let's go a little bit even beyond that, even beyond, oh, you've got a nice, excuse me, shape, or, the typical attributes. Let's think beyond that. What is something that you really feel good about, not just when you feel like you're at your best, like maybe your hands, your feet, your shoulders, the nape of your neck. So it's just think a little bit beyond the typical attributes and beyond just our appearance or our bodies. We're talking here also about how you occupy space in this world and how you move. So that's a really important dimension here of your physicality. What is it? What is one thing you could say about how you exist physically in this world that you might be able to bring to the bedroom, so to speak, the kitchen, the forest, wherever. Um, and it's just switching to a new perspective that often makes a big difference. Um, so is there, for example, something in a way you stand at certain moments, a way you sit, the way you walk, the way you carry yourself at certain times? Try to think in terms of that. So one or two things about your body beyond the typical stuff and how you take up space physically in this world, your physical aura, so to speak. And what feels good to you? That's something to think about. Next, we're going to go on to the emotional dimension. And I put emotional intelligence, which can kind of connects it to the mind aspect. But here we're more talking about a heart-centered way of being. This is your wisdom, what you've learned in life up to now, or what you hope to learn, what you're looking forward to learning. This can be super powerful in the intimate sphere. You can project this, learn to project this, and not just bring it into play, but it can be a super powerfully positive force in your sex life. So, what is one thing in terms of your emotional intelligence, your lived experience? Is it your resilience? Is it resilience? Is it adaptability? Is it, it could be so many different things that you really appreciate about yourself or that you have. That could be positive for intimate moments. Because, like, for example, this can come into play. For example, we all know, like, there are times in an intimate moment when things don't go as planned, right? That happens all the time. And well, maybe part of your emotional intelligence could be your humor, your sense of humor. I would consider that part of emotional intelligence. And that could come to the rescue in that situation right away because, sex really actually is very funny. It's serious and it's funny at the same time, but sometimes that's just what you need, is to bring in that bit of maturity, through humor, through I don't give up. Like we'll do a workaround where, this is all emotional intelligence in my book. And this can be super powerful, to bringing to having a really a positive experience by yourself or with partner or partners. Now we come to your energy or vitality. And, all of these elements are mixed, of course. So you could say there is a lot of crossover here, and I would agree with you. But here, what we're talking about is what I would call your energetic flavor, your own unique, and I'm all about the uniqueness. I'm all about like, I want everybody to find their own path, right? And, it's not about copying anybody else or like, you've got to do this or got to do that. There's no like recipe for how to create those connections or get the kind of intimate life that you really want and dream about. It's about finding your strength within. So part of this is your own energetic flavor. Are you chill? Are you high energy? Are you, like, let's say at your best? Are you calm strength? Like you're in calm and in control. Like that could be really good for a dominant energy, for example, if you want to, you could play with that. Um, are you electric? Like, or is it a contained energy? How do you feel vital? Like one thing, think about one thing that personifies or embodies your specific type of energy or vitality. And it can vary at different ages of your life. Obviously, energy varies. But it can also be, but there is an undercurrent that we all have, and it's tied to personality, obviously, that personifies our energy. I would say I'm mostly a fairly chill person, for example, but that doesn't mean that I don't like to be calm and in control sometimes. So in intimate situations, for example. So this is like a very intangible thing, but can be significant. And now here's sort of a bonus thing that's related to energy, vitality, and all those intangibles. Let's just say your inner essence or your connection to spirit. And this is not a religious thing. This is not too woo-woo. I'm not very woo-woo. But this is about the essence of you, like what exemplifies you, and are you connected to a higher sense? And, I know that some of you may be familiar with, like, there's so much in the wellness arena these days about tantra, etc. I guess some may go there in thinking about this. That's not my domain in particular, but, it could be connected to something like that, connected to the universe. What is one thing, but even without those beliefs, you can tap into what is something that has always been me ever since I was a child. Like what am I about? What is my inner essence? And how can I bring that out in an intimate situation? Or how can I bring out that best inner essence of me at those times? And or it could even be like a life mission. Let's say, what is your, I mean, these are big questions, right? But what do you feel like you're here for? And think about if you can pinpoint one thing that you're here for and what you how you feel you could bring that into your intimate relationships. This is a biggie. So something to think about. So I'm just going to wrap this up real quickly because we just got about 2 minutes left. This seemed to go by super fast, but this is just a little. Oh, we have more time. We have 5 minutes. Okay, I thought that we had a little less time than that. Okay, so so what I want to say is that hopefully this will give you, like, if you noted something or mentally noted for each of those domains, and if you could just note it down quickly before it's, goes out of your mind, you can have a little list to refer to whenever you feel like challenged in that area, and it'll give you a quick boost. You're thinking, well, I'm not feeling very sexy. I'm not feeling something's missing. It's not how it used to be, etc. This could be a first step to get you jump started again, or to get you started after a relationship, or to get your morale back up, which is really important to get you in that frame of mind to make those connections. So, I hope that was helpful. And this is just a little snapshot of the sort of work that I do, um, with those who are, I've worked a lot with single people in particular to help them. Sometimes it's hard for us to see in ourselves what we can see in other people, the positive aspects. And then there are things that we can work on that can be learned, confidence that can be built even in the intimate domain. So, I would be really glad to have a chat with you, like a 45-minute talk. If any of this appeals to you, if you want to go deeper, or if you want to know more about my process, which includes so much more than this. So, you can click on the link that I've provided and you can book that, or just feel free to reach out on IG at newmenrising _ or info@newmenrising.com. And yes, talk to the men in your lives, ladies, because I do have a lot of experience working with guys too. So I want to thank you, Carly, for this opportunity, and I look forward to following all the great little mini workshops and presentations that are coming up this week. So thank you so much, and I will stop my share. And thanks, everybody.